did the ancient gods, or the quote-unquote aliens from the skies, drink wine? For example, the Greek gods used to have symposiums where they would drink wine. Questions? Why are all the gods of the 12 gods silent now while first talking to people? Why did everyone ask for some kind of animal sacrifice? And why did everyone love wine? Christ said it is the vine. In Noah, after the flood, God said to plant a vineyard and not beans that are made quickly and are also invigorating. The same, of course, with the ancient god of wine, Dionysius. You will say they wanted to drink wine. Yes, since they were gods, why did they drink plain wine and not, for example, champagne or brandy? Answer, they're silent because they left. And why did they leave? Because they were aliens, and here on Earth there were other conditions. He was not going anymore. They would get sick. Why did they ask for example, a sacrifice? Because they did not have bioenergy that they received mainly from adrenaline, human adrenaline. But why wine? Because these gods are made of silicon, and here on Earth the food has iron. Something for them is something sick. As an antidote, all the gods drank wine because wine has an element, I do not remember the formula now, that protects them from being poisoned by toxic iron. That's why they didn't drink champagne or something something very much stronger, vodka or something. Kindly support my Patreon account since YouTube has again demonetized my YouTube channel. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below. The ancients knew other drinks as well, for example, beer. Now, the fact that these ancient gods or aliens are made of silicon is also told by the agroglyph that formed August 19, 2001, in the fields of Britain's largest telescope, the Chilbolton in Hampshire, England. And this is the image of the Chilbolton glyph on the left, the composite in the middle, and the Arecibo on the right. Now, this responds to a message sent to space in 1974 by astronomer Carl Sagan through NASA and the Arecibo telescope in Puerto Rico. They say that they are the same as man, but they are not made of carbon, but of silicon. So we are carbon-based beings, humans that is. The gods of the heavens, of the gods, the overlords of Egypt, for example, extraterrestrials, and of ancient Greece and the Atlanteans, are silicon-based beings. The 6th element of the periodic table is carbon, 666 of life. So we don't understand this, of course, what is going on. Man is made of carbon. We were told that the carbon atom is the only element in the periodic table that creates life, organic chemistry that is. Everything in organic chemistry has carbon in it. But they're working, they worked for us again. Scientists have been investigating this phenomenon since the 1950s. They realized that silicon, which is on the map just below carbon, an octave down, shows signs of life. There seems to be no difference. And the figure shows how silicon forms a certain circuit design reactions. These are just a few circuits because silicon reacts chemically with almost everything and forms chemical compounds. But coal also has its characteristics, and since it gave us life, why not give life to silicon? And indeed, life forms were found on Earth made of silicon. For example, a kind of a sponge in the depths of the oceans that grows and multiplies, such as life forms made of carbon. So isn't that strange? I didn't even know that. Now, the Earth is about 7,000 miles in diameter. The thickness of its shell is from 30 to 50 miles, like the shell of an egg, and 25% consists of pure silicon. But because silicon interacts with almost everything, the crust is actually made up of 87% silicon compounds. This means that the Earth's crust is almost pure crystal, with a depth ranging from 30 to 50 miles down. So we are in this huge crystal ball and we're flying in space at a speed of 17 miles per second. We are carbon based beings and we live in the Earth crystal sphere, which consists of silicon crystals, Plato's solids, known also. Now think about how computers work. They work because they have silicon. Now, according to a comment from reader from Search Magazine, the antidote of wine against iron and in favor of aliens based on silicon, phenolic compounds have the property of binding iron. In wine, there are certain natural substances called procyanidins and play an important role in the natural functioning of the body. These substances, which belong to the group of phenolic compounds, have the very characteristic property of stew and are essentially hidden inside the grape seeds in the must to reach many times 1 to 2 grams per liter. This is the extraction phase of red wine, during which these substances pass unchanged into the must that boils but only at 25 degrees Celsius. So isn't that strange? I never even knew about this, the properties of silicon and life of silicon on our planet. I've translated this for you from a Greek article. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support.